Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. You guys, I am going to talk about Satyendra Bose. So guys, physics teacher and Bose was born in Calcutta, 1 January 1984, the eldest and the only male of 7 children. He passed the entrance exam of the Hindu school, one of the India's oldest school in all times. Flying colors and stood 5th in order of the merit. From there, Bose was attended the Presidency College where he took an intermediate science course and studied with renowned scientist Satyendra Bose and Prafulla Chandra Ray. Bose received a Bachelor of Science in Mixed Mathematics, the same subject, in 1915 from Calcutta University. He received such a high score in entrance exam for each degree that not only did he stand first, but the letter of the latter he created such as a record of the annals of the universities of Calcutta that has yet to be surpassed. Fellow student Mahagan Sahu, who later worked with Bose in his second standing after completing the master degree. Bose became a researcher scholar of Calcutta 1960 and began his study and career relative while studying at the University of. Bose also served as a lecturer in the physics department. In 1921, Bose joined the physics department at the University of Dhaka, which had been then recently formed, and went to the established new department's paper in 1924. Libraries in which he could teach advanced courses. He wrote a paper in 1924 in which he tried Planck's quantum radiation law without referencing classical, when he was able to do by counting states and identical properties. The paper would later seminal in the creating the field of scientists quantum statistics. Bose sent the paper to Albert Einstein in Germany, and the scientists recognized its independence, translated into the submitted it on Bose's half to the prestigious scientific journal Jetfic for Physics. The publication leads to recognized, and Bose was granted to leave absent work in Europe for 2 years and X-ray and crystallography laboratories where he worked along Einstein and Marie Curie amongst others. Einstein had adopted Bose's idea and extended it to the atom that became known as the Bose scientist. Considered a dense collection of Boson particles with integral spin that were named after Bose. After his stay in Europe, Bose returned to the University Dhaka in 1926. Although he didn't have a doctorate, scientist and recommended, according to July 2016, New York Times, in which is described as the father of God particle. Scientists interested wandered into the other fields, publishing another physics paper in 1937. In the early 1950s, worked on quantified fields theories. After 25 years in Dhaka, Bose moved back to Calcutta in 1945 and continued research and teaching until his death in 1974. Several Nobel Prizes were awarded to related Bose concept. The Boson and the Bose scientists considered Bose was never awarded a Nobel Prize. But Bose himself replied simply when asked how he felt about the Nobel Prize: "I have got all the recognition I have deserved. No, I have got all the recognition I have deserved." The Indian government honored the Bose in 1957 with the Padma Bhushan, the second highest civil award in India. 5 years later, he was appointed as the national professor, the highest honor conferred for scholar. Bose remained that position for 15 years. Bose also became an advisor to the Council of Scientific Industrial Research, as well President of Indian Physics Society and National Institute of the Science. He was elected General President of the Indian Science Congress and President of Indian Science Institution in 1958. He became Fellow of the Royal Society about 12 years after Bose death on February 4, 1974. The Indian Parliament established S.N. Bose National Center of Basic Science in Salt Lake, Calcutta. Regards of the honors and recognition his own bestowed upon Bose discovery, naming of all Bose's Bose actually did not greater importance. Now, I'm going to tell the meanings of what I said, and if you want to know the meanings, tell me. Merit, an advantage of good quality. Seminal, new and different and infusing earthworms. Crystallography, study of crystals. Snub, ignore. Thank you.